Hi guys, I'm Jenna Combs and this is my podcast station, Bakeology, dedicated to desserts and dietary desires. And in today's edition, we're talking about the struggles of being gluten-free. Today in my studio, I have Rosie Schooling. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Rosie.
I am 17. I'm from Chelmsford, Essex. I go to Chelmsford College and I do the media course at Chelmsford College. I don't have a middle name.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
but I am gluten-free.
And that is what we are here to talk about today.
I know. Excited.
I want you to tell me about your personal experiences of being gluten-free and how this has affected your life in either a positive or a negative way. But don't be afraid to express your feelings towards it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Rosie, have you been gluten-free your whole life?
No, I actually became gluten-free about 3.5 years ago.
So quite recent then?
Yeah, I'd say it was quite recent. Obviously, I still remember what gluten things taste like. So I can remember what a real slice of pizza tastes like.
But that must be hard.
Yeah, that is hard. But yeah, it's not difficult anymore. But when I first became gluten-free, it was very difficult.
So, when you discovered that you were gluten-free, how did you discover it? Did you just wake up one day and was like, can't eat gluten?
I started getting rashes, really, really bad rashes. Like, they were bad.
Mm-hmm.
And they would make all my skin go up red, and I'd really find them itchy. And I started getting really bloated. And obviously the skin thing was a real issue, so I went to an allergist. And they did this thing with a machine on my hand. I had to go and have blood tests and stuff like that, but they couldn't figure out what it was. So when I went to the allergist, they found out that it was I'm allergic to gluten.
And that was just through, like, scanning your hand?
Yeah, it was a machine. They put, like, this buzzer thing here, which, like, pushes into your hand really hard.
Yeah.
And then on a machine, it's attached to these little tubes of whatever it is. So you put the tube of gluten in it and it came up
right, yeah.
Yeah, and then they put, like, tubes of everything in it. I'm also allergic to the chemical that's in Sprite and Diet Coke, but I still drink them. So...
Because you only live once.
Because I'm a legend.
So does gluten-free run in your family, or was it quite a shock?
It was a very big shock. The only person that I know that is gluten-free in my family is my auntie Alison, but she only gets bloated. She doesn't have any other side effects, so it is a big shock because no one else in my family is gluten-free.
So your effects are quite, like, severe then?
Yeah, more severe than others, I guess.
Yeah. So when you go out to eat, do you find it harder? Like, is there a limited amount of places that you can go now, or...?
I do find it harder, obviously, because I want to eat a burger with a bun, and sometimes places do not cater for gluten-free buns, so I have to just eat meat. And in some places even you can't eat chips because they're mixed with the fryer that they fry.
The oils,
yeah. So sometimes it is difficult, but I've learnt to live with it. You've just got to eat.
So
salad.
Just salad. Healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
So when you go out to buy food, is it hard to find gluten-free stuff, or is there, like, a lot of range, do you think?
I feel like in certain shops there is a wide range and in other shops there aren't. I feel like in big places like Tesco and Sainsbury's, they do have a big range, but they don't have as much. Obviously, you're in Tesco, everything everyone can eat. I have an aisle.
Yeah.
I have one side of an aisle, and it doesn't include everything. And obviously I understand that people aren't going to make every single thing gluten-free, but I do think that it singles me out of everyone else. Like, everyone else is eating donuts. I can't eat donuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. So where do you reckon does the worst gluten-free products?
I would say that, like, the own brands. So, like, Sainsbury's own, Tesco's own.
Yeah.
They are the worst because... So
So you have to buy, like,
Asda.
Branded food.
Yeah, I prefer like from a gluten-free brand. With
Yeah.
the own, it's literally it's horrible.
Yeah, loved it. Being gluten-free, obviously you wasn't born gluten-free, so how has it changed your life and lifestyle now knowing?
I feel like obviously I have to check everything I eat. When I go to a restaurant, I have to state that I'm gluten-free so that I know, like, I need to ask for a specific menu and I need to check the back of everything that I eat. So I think that it's made me more aware of like what's in foods. But then also I feel like I have more of a healthier lifestyle, obviously, because I don't eat as much bread. Well, I don't eat bread and things like that. But yeah.
Does it taste much different from gluten products or not?
Yes.
Oh, what, like
if you like a slice of gluten-free bread, it's like eating a slice of cardboard.
Lovely.
So.
And that is what you want for your breakfast in the morning.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Step up, gluten-free brands.
So the gluten-free products, obviously the own brand, are not good.
Mm-hmm.
So the products that you buy, are they? What do you think about the prices? Do you think they're reasonable? They're too high?
I think that the way that the people that obviously cater for gluten-free and make gluten-free foods, I think that they take the mick. I think that they raise their prices because they know that I have to buy it. I have no choice but to buy this gluten-free food, and I think they raise the prices. Obviously, maybe the flour, corn flour, maybe it is a bit more expensive than rice flour or whatever the other flour is.
Yeah.
But I don't think that they should single me out. Like, I have an allergy. Because I have an allergy doesn't mean that I have to have double the price of my shopping bill, does it?
No.
It's a joke.
I understand that. So, obviously, because you're gluten-free, you have a very limited amount of foods that you can eat. But what foods would you like to see become gluten-free, like donuts or like more range of pizzas or something like that?
Yeah, I would really love to see a brand put in gluten-free donuts and things like more sweet treats, like panna chocolats.
Yeah.
I've never had a gluten-free panna chocolate, like things like that. I want people to make more sweet treats, like desserts.
Love that.
Right. And put them on, like, in all shops. Like, I don't have to just, like, travel to London. Do you know what I mean? Like, some places in London do gluten-free donuts, but I'd like it to be in my, like, length of where I can go.
Yeah, I understand that. So when you first discovered that you were gluten-free, obviously you had to change your whole eating everything you ate. Was it a big shock to find out that you couldn't eat a lot of the foods? Or was it was it not really that much different?
It was a big shock because I was used to eating, well, I was obviously used to eating normal, like pizza was my favourite food.
Yeah.
Now I wouldn't like choose to eat pizza on any night of the week because it tastes different. And I think just takes getting used to. I don't know, I feel like when I first became gluten-free, I still was like, like I got really drunk once and I was really hungover and I ate a bacon roll, like just after I found out that I was gluten-free.
Oh, right.
And that and then when I ate that, I thought, I can't actually eat wheat anymore because I'd gone like 3 weeks without eating it and everything was fine, like my body was fine, I weren't itching, anything like that.
Yeah.
And then after the 3 weeks, I ate a bacon roll. And then I realised, my body really can't handle this anymore.
Yeah. So what foods do you reckon you miss most?
Food I miss I really miss pizza.
Do you?
I really miss having like a normal pizza or like a stuffed crust pizza. Because with the gluten-free flour it doesn't puff up enough, doesn't make it thick. You can't have like a nice crust. It has to be really thin. So I miss that. I miss like chicken select meal.
Oh, yeah.
Chicken select. And like chicken nuggets. Because obviously you can get gluten-free chicken nuggets, but they're not the same. They are not the same.
No, I can imagine. So people are always coming up with these new diet trends like dairy-free and what's so. So how do you feel about people going gluten-free? Do you feel like, I don't know, like, what's your opinion? Like if you wasn't gluten-free, would you choose to be gluten-free just to be healthier?
No, I think it's all well and good having a healthy diet, like do what you want, make a healthy lifestyle, but I think, I think that putting gluten out of like your eating stuff, I think that that's what has really raised the prices because they have such a big like audience now. Whereas when like a couple of years ago, if you were gluten-free, you could get things for free because it was an allergy. Like the doctors would give you, like you could get it for free. Now it doesn't have that because they have more people wanting gluten-free products, and I think that is down to obviously people changing like their diet and being gluten-free when they don't have to be. Obviously, it's nice, but it's obviously good and well being healthy and all that, and it's not good for your digestive system. It isn't if you don't eat, because you're not having fibre.
Iron fibre is a very key part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, thank you for doing my interview,
That's
Rosie.
okay. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. I hope they'll come up with more cheaper gluten-free foods for you.
So do I.